Altisima takes on Nephthys. Nephthys has been the women's national champion since Victory Lane. She's defended it at this point, I believe, twice. Let me pull up my notes. I always got to get my notes up for these. So at this point, Nephthys has defended the belt 2 times. This will be, if successful, her 3rd title defense for the national championship. She's currently held the belt 91 days. Now, of course, as you can tell, I am here by myself. No commentating partner tonight. My partner will be on vacation for the next couple weeks, in fact. But that will be fine. I'll get through it. We begin here with this women's national championship match. After starting us out aggressively. Quick takedown, goes for a cover, but the ropes very close. Sombra able to force an early break. Not forced to use any of her own energy on that kick out, but Nephthys is quick to take the offensive to the outside, grabs a chair. Sombra knocks it out of her hands, but Nephthys tosses Sombra into the barricade. Now Sombra sends Nephthys back into the ring and is looking to take the momentum back here. But Nephthys started off very hot. And Sombra into the ropes. Sombra ducks under. And a takedown. Super kick. Takes the knees out afterwards, but no cover. It is a little early in the match to go for pins after strikes like that. Nephthys, we know, recently joined up with the Bangers, declaring that it was time for the women's national belt to go back to the Bangers stable. It would be a big embarrassment for her here if she were to lose the belt after making that declaration. And it'd be a bit of an embarrassment to the Bangers to lose the national title so quickly after getting it into their stable. But Nephthys not going to be quick to let that happen. However, her opponent, Sombra, came in top 4. She was in the semifinals of the Women's Winter Grand Prix. She is not a contender to be trifled with, as Nephthys looks for a quick and easy pin, but only gets a 1. Take down again into a headlock. Nephthys tries to get free, but Sombra maintaining control, swapping up the grip from a headlock to a hammerlock. Now Nephthys gets the advantage with a chin lock. Sombra elbows herself free. Nephthys Northern Lights suplex. But only gets a 1 still. Now Sombra is starting to pile on some offense. Oh, but Nephthys with a reversal. Drop toe hold into an arm bar. This sends Sombra into the corner. Sombra with that head scissors takedown. Again, Nephthys was looking for a moment to relax, but Sombra didn't give it to her. Got right back into the ring. is keeping the pressure up on her opponent. Leapfrog, but Sombra ducks under. She brings Nephthys to the center. Off the rope, stomp to the gut. Sombra's starting to take full advantage in this match. Nephthys is losing control very quickly. Even as she blocks that follow-up suplex attempt, Nephthys is caught by a head scissors. And Sombra not making any mistakes of jumping off the ropes while her opponent is awares. The drop kick, and Sombra gets right back up. Now it's Sombra with the reversal, goes for the hip attack. Nephthys dodges it. We are seeing some back and forth combat. Roll-up attempt, but Nephthys quick to break free, not even letting the ref get in position for a count there. These are dangerous waters for the champion. And a Meteora for the cover. 1, 2. Only a 2 though. Sombra still alive in this title match. Nephthys goes to the top, comes off the top with a drop kick. Neckbreaker from Sombra. Stomp to the gut. Take down into an arm bar. Nephthys picks her way free. But Sombra is not letting up on the pressure at all. This is what you've got to do if you want to become champion. Keep the pressure up. And if you want to retain the belt, you got to kill the challenger's momentum before it takes you over. Beautiful roll up. 1, 2, no. Head scissors takes down Sombra to the top. Elbow drop. Great cover. And now a back and forth strike exchange, the first one of the match. Nephthys, was going to try and finish Sombra off, but Sombra with the counter. Followed by the big boot, now she's back on top. Sombra with a high kick into a roll-up of her own, only gets a 2. Take down armbar. And once again, that beautiful roll-up from Nephthys, but Sombra will not be denied here as she hits that pop-up cutter for the Okay, a little bit early on that call. Nephthys gets back into the ring. Catches Sombra. Sombra tossing Nephthys to the ropes. Hip attack. Goes to the top. And hits a rolling senton. Cover. Has Nephthys locked up, but Nephthys kicks out. Spin around, hit a DDT. And now it's a roll-up crucifix pin from Sombra. Oh, the Northern Lights suplex, but Sombra not even letting the ref get into position. Second time somebody has not let the ref even get into position before kicking out. And now, a moonsault from Nephthys! A rare moonsault from the champ, and it seals the match! Nephthys retained. Sombra was looking so strong, but Nephthys dug deep into her bag of tricks and pulled out the moonsault for the retention. Fatal four-way match. All four of these men have built up a solid amount of history here in the past few months with one another. Guerra, Erren, Payne, Manny, Inigo, and Tony Lee. It's been a very heated feud between the four of them, and it's led to this #1 contendership match. Every single one of these men wants a shot at Hermes Rhapsodies and that national heavyweight championship. Now you could say the biggest spark that lit the fire of this feud is this man right here after he was eliminated at Victory Lane by Guerra. Erren Payne went back and came into Ray's face, yelling at him backstage, basically. He wanted some vengeance against Ray, who he felt had gotten in his way on his path to getting a different vengeance on Hermes. A man who inserted himself into this drama between Ray and Erren, looking for some assistance with drama of his own, involving the fourth and final man in this match. This man has so many reasons to want to go for the national title, but not least of all, he wants to get back at his younger brother, Byron, our world champion. And the easiest route there, or hardest as some might say, depending on your personal preference, is the national championship. So for Tony, none of this is personal. His issues lie only with the world champion. And then of course there's this man, coming from outside the states, outside the company, representing ACLL. It is Senor Guillas. I don't know how to say that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Manny Inigo. He is here for the national belt, not just because he wants to hold SOW gold as an outsider following the footsteps of Nagadomi Ali, but also because it is, as I mentioned earlier, a way to get to the World Heavyweight Championship, and you don't even need to be on the roster, you don't need to wrestle weekly, you just have to defend it 6 times. So every man in this match is aiming for that national title for one reason or another. Erren wants vengeance on Hermes, Tony wants vengeance on Byron, and Manny and Ray seek glory for themselves. Whose desires will break through and become their destiny here in this match? As for the in-ring action, it's going to be very difficult to call. With 4 men wrestling all at the same time, there's gonna be a lot of moments where there's just too much chaos going on for any of it to really be called, especially when I'm just one man here tonight. Headbutt from Tony to Ray. One thing to note is that Tony and Ray had a temporary alliance against Manny and Erren, but that alliance is likely over now after the tag match that they had at the previous pay-per-view, Winter Drift. And of course, Manny and Erren had a even more temporary alliance, as Manny really didn't seem to be interested overall in being Erren's ally to begin with. I mean, Erren definitely didn't want to work with Manny, but Manny pretended to want to work with Erren, only to basically abandon him in their match. Now we've got Ray and Tony going blow for blow. I imagine that these two are going to wrestle each other with all their might, form of mutual respect. And keep in mind, in this matchup, there are no rules. There's no disqualifications. You cannot be counted out. You can only lose by a pinfall or submission, and it is first to a finish here tonight. Nice takedown from Ray, sends Tony into the corner. But not interested in taking advantage. Instead, he kind of let him get a break. Of course, when Tony came back, he DDT'd him frame one. Ray looked like he was enjoying that earlier back and forth exchange between Manny and Erren. And going after Manny is not too surprising, but a little surprising. I would have thought Ray would have gone for Erren there. Now the two sides have split. Erren after Manny, Manny after Erren, and then on the other side, Ray and Tony just kind of wrestling. They don't have anybody else that can fight. Big elbow from Tony to Erren. Solid takedown, but it's broken up immediately by Tony Lee. Not going to let somebody else score the pinfall. Oh my God! What a back low blow. Erren is going to be feeling that one for a little bit. He does not look happy about it. Rake in the face as well, and then Manny just moves away. Erren, like, get out of here. Solid reversal from Tony, goes for the elbow, Ray ducks it. And with a stiff kick to the chest, Manny back in the ring now. Gets caught with a leg sweep by Tony, and now Ray's throwing Erren out, but Erren's like, oh hell no. Gets right back into the action. Because he wanted to. Roll up. Schoolboy pin from Erren, but can't quite steal it here. Erren's calling for the crowd as he locks in this headlock. Ray takes him out of it, immediately goes for a cover afterwards as well. Sitting there in the corner, but oh, what a devastating! That had to hurt. That was a flatliner right into the turnbuckle. Right now, if I had to hedge my bets on a winner of this match, I mean, it's hard to bet against El Rey de Guerra or Erren Payne, but as it's currently been, Erren's been on a bit of a downfall era. It hasn't been going well for him in SOW as of late. So I will say, I've got to give my bets largely to Red. I don't want to underestimate anybody else in this match, but Ray has been hot lately. Though I guess so has Tony Lee. Saying that aloud, Tony Lee has been on a pretty impressive streak here in Season 3. At current, he is 3-1 in singles matches. Ray goes for the cover on Tony. Tony kicks out at 1.5. So far in singles action, Ray is 1-1 overall. 1 loss, 1 win. He also was on the winning side of the tag match, but now that I'm thinking about it, the one who got the pin in the tag match was Tony Lee, and it was Erren Payne he pinned. So really, the hot streak right now, you might have to give it to Tony. Oh my God, who's threw him that chair? Oh my God! We got a 619 on one side and a camel clutch on the other. Ray breaks the camel clutch apart, dragging Manny into an armbar. And Tony goes for the frog splash, looking to sneak it, but couldn't quite get there. However, now, after that chair shot, he's looking fired up. Oh my God, another chair shot from Manny. I didn't even see him get that one, I just heard it. In-game from Erren. 2, this could do it. But no. Tony kicks out just before the 3. Anaconda Vice. Will Tony tap? Ray and Manny are distracted. No, Tony breaks free. Now it's Tony with the cover, but Erren kicks out. On the other side, Manny delivers a devastating backbreaker, goes for the cover on Ray, but Ray kicks out as well. Pile driver from Erren to Tony Lee, goes for the cover, and Ray says no, breaks that up. Oh my God, Erren again, endgame, but Manny won't even let him try for the cover, disrupts it immediately. And then he just watches as Ray goes for a cover, not even trying to stop it, it seems. Got him tied up tight. But Ray manages to break free. Erren with the sharpshooter. Manny once again ignoring the other action, the submission attempt there. So far, Tony and Ray are the only ones breaking up pins and submission attempts, though I guess Erren really hasn't had the opportunity. Oh my God, just biting at Ray. Now, Ray and Tony back and forth here. Super kick from Ray, but he doesn't go for the cover. It's like he's not trying to pin Tony specifically. Tony off the ropes with the knee strike, but immediately Manny catches him, puts on the crowd, and now Erren breaks up the submission attempt. First opportunity, I think, Erren has had to break up a pin, and he's done it. Tony is fighting his way through all of his opponents right now. Ray with a crucifix driver, and Erren both breaks it up as well as kicking Tony out of the ring. Big lariat from Ray. Tony came in to break it apart. However, Manny kicked out first. Poke to the eyes, Manny the scumbag. Oh my God! Wait a minute! Fallen Paradise from Ray and Tony. Tony goes for the cover, 1. Oh, and Ray says, not a chance, buddy. That could have been it, but Ray wasn't going to let Tony get that win from a combination that they did together. Tony manages to slip free. Erren throwing Tony into the corner. Now Ray into the same corner, and Erren tossed into the both of them. Manny has been fighting pretty dirty this entire match. But you can't blame him. I mean, there's no rules. Oh my God! Jesus! Stop giving this man chairs. It's like the third chair he's used. Stomp to the top. Oh, an arm breaker from Manny to Erren. Now Manny, dear God, come on! How many chairs is this man gonna use? Into the backdrop, but the ref was knocked out by Erren Payne. The ref was taken out so that Manny's pin wouldn't count. Now Tony and Ray fighting each other. Manny, after Erren, trying to make him pass out here with this choke. But Ray gets free. Erren! Oh, I thought he was going to go for it for a second there. Canadian Rockstar Buster. Art together! Into the cover from Tony, a cover from Ray as well, but it took a while to get into that cover. And yeah, Manny able to kick out. Wait a minute! Go to sleep! The ref distracted by a moment, and Tony gets the shoulder up. Whoa, my God, Erren is moving here. Double team on Manny. Tony off the ropes, hits the elbow to the back of the head, goes for the cover, but only a 2. Tony has survived so much in this match so far. Rolling elbow! I think everyone in this match has a cut now, except for Tony Lee. Tony with the cover, and he gets it! But Ray was also covering. Ray was covering Manny at the same time. We're gonna have to check and see what was going on there. If maybe the ref started the count before Ray started the cover, but it's Disruption versus the Empire. Last time that we had a Disruption Empire Trios match, it did not go the way of the Empire. It was Kerry Correa who pinned Alexei Zakar to win that match. As always, Steve Levy comes out with his patented bat Lucille. That will be moved to ringside later. For now, we have to see the introduction under the music of the Emperor, the Empire's Impact Division. Josiah Johnston, Al Markley, and the Emperor himself returning for the first time since his injury scare, Caster Lichten. We're starting Steve and Caster. These two have some history. It was Steve who gave Caster that injury scare not that long ago and caused Caster a, some say, embarrassing defeat. As it currently stands, Caster's singles record for this year has not been off to a hot start. He is 0-3 as of this current moment. Nathan Fisk now utilizing his size to take away Caster's biggest advantage in this match, which is the power game. Of course, Caster is a technician, does not rely on his power as his only tool. But it is always a major advantage for him in his matches. Notably, Caster not tagging out, whereas Disruption has already tagged all three of their members into the ring so far. Now it is Josiah Johnston in the ring. Taking on Kerry Correa. Kerry is making this a very technical match, which is very smart against Josiah because unlike Caster, Josiah is heavily a power wrestler. This is the early goings of the match. And it's really hard to say who has the advantage here. I mean, overall, I would say momentum-wise, Disruption is in the clear advantage. I mean, they even have a tag title match coming this Thursday Holy shit, what a combination from Al Mark. Hikari quick to tag out after that. As I was saying, they have a tag title match coming this Thursday against the Destined Saviors. The first TV tag title match since season 1. Oh, what a combination from Disruption, in sync as always. This is the wrong place you want to be if you're the Empire in Disruption's corner. They are incredible as a team this season. Oh, big bump. And now a backbreaker to a big man. That is going to heavily reduce the power that Nephthys can employ. You keep piling up damage to somebody's back, they're just not going to be able to lift anymore. Of course, I always say lift with your legs, not your back, but, you know, if you can't use your back at all, it's not going to work. Now I think Caster is legal, and Steve is back at work here. And he's going after the leg. That was what gave the scare to begin with, was that leg. We thought that there was a tear on Caster. Thankfully, it was just a strain. But Steve, no sympathy, goes right after the same leg again. Oh, big chop from the Emperor, who's in his black and red tonight. What a leg drop. Oh, caught him with a power bomb. And Markley forced to kick out because the Empire could not get there in time to break the pin up. That's the trouble of being in the wrong corner. Now Markley is trying to fight back. He gets sent right back in Disruption's corner again. Now he's got to fight all three of them. But he manages to do it, fights off Carry. And now it's on the flip side. The Empire getting a combination in. But Markley unable to capitalize off of it. And he gets sent back to Disruption's corner yet again. They are just a well-oiled machine here in SOW. But Markley is doing everything he can to fight back against the teamwork of Disruption. However, you can see how it's wearing him down. Oh no, the choke slam! And Nathan, he wasn't even interested in going for the cover. He said get up and tag out. And Nathan, I mean, I guess he's fulfilling it. Looks like the screen had a moment of disconnection there. That's unfortunate. Oh, what a combined powerbomb suplex. Nathan's fighting his way free, tag to carry. But Caster, oh wait, they've got him! Set up Guerrilla! Warfare! And Carey goes for the cover. Almost got the three as Steve blocked both members of the Empire from getting into the breakup. However, Caster able to kick out. If Caster hadn't kicked out there, though, that would have been it. And he looks angry. He looks furious, in fact. I don't think I've seen Caster this mad since he was wrestling El Rey de Guerra back in season 1. And now he's just swapping submission for submission. Into a deep choke here. Picks him up, suplex, and the third, bridging for the cover. It looks like there's no cut play remaining in this match. And Carey, he's being worn down. He can't get up. If he's got no help on the way, that teamwork may no longer matter. This is now essentially a singles match. Until Carey can get to his tag partners to tag out, he's in deep trouble. Caster taunting him up. And Carey's trying to fight back. Caster not giving him an inch. Sleeper hold. Carey breaks free. Still struggling to get to his feet. He gets up, Caster catches him, abdominal stretch. At this rate, I don't know if Carey's going to be able to get to his corner and get a tag. But he needs one desperately. Caster is wrenching him apart. And no! Oh my God! He set it up! Hydrangea! And that's it! Carey has to tap! Caster saw there was no more cut play, no more salvation for him, and he started to work him down and tore him apart. This is the 4v4 8-man tag between the group that has been terrorizing SOW for the past year at this point. Year and a half. And the men who aim to save SOW from the terror. It is the Paradise taking on the team of Kaito Meiji, Mars Namor, Swamp Jackson, and one mystery partner. Coming out first for the Paradise, it is the team of Clint Cassidy and Trent Taylor, otherwise known as Death Row. This is the theme of Death Row that we are hearing play here for their entrance. I imagine that next we'll see, the national champion himself, Hermes Rhapsodies, who now knows that he has at least one opponent to face. Coming up soon enough in Tony Lee, potentially two, if that was a double pinfall. We'll have to see. And of course, Death Panther. Otherwise known as Kevin Daniels. He's the mastermind behind this faction, the Paradise. He's the man, or at least one of the men, who tried to bring Hermes into the fold. He's the man who brought together Clint Cassidy and Trent Taylor. And he's the man that everybody in SOW despises with all their hearts. First was Mars Namor and Swab Jackson meet. And following that, the man who brought this team together to take on the Paradise, it'll be Kaito Meiji. Though it does leave me wondering, who's their fourth? We haven't been told. Nobody's been given any hints. I guess we'll be finding out after Kaito makes his entrance here. Kaito has been having some struggles with Death Panther as of late. Well, I guess I shouldn't say as of late. He's been having struggles with Death Panther the entire time. But he's been having larger struggles as they have had two different matches that ended in count-out. And hold on a minute. Is this... Okay. If my ears don't mistake me, this is the theme of another ACLL contender. It's Soul Tiger! Well, I couldn't have expected this. Coming out to Camelot when the lights go down. Well, when the lights are down, sorry. Alright, well, we started with Kaito and Death Panther, and it seems Death Panther was not interested in continuing that very much. He tagged out pretty quickly. Well, I guess it actually started with Soul Tiger at that point, didn't it? Now it's Trent Taylor and Kaito. Oh, some very cool tag there. There's a lot of history between Swab Jackson and Trent Taylor. Even more than I think anybody else in this match with anyone else on the other side. It was actually one of the early matches of High Gear where Trent Taylor smashed open Swab's head with a chair. Got himself DQ'd, but it was a quick and easy way to make the thunderstorm mad. Now it's Hermes, our national champion, in the ring with Suave. Should Suave be able to pin Hermes? That'd be a pretty good argument for a national title shot of his own. Oh, but Hermes! Oh my God! I was gonna say Hermes with the quick counter, that backdrop, and Suave just kicked right up. Always trying to use technical wrestling here to get the advantage because he cannot do it with size. That's for damn sure. And Suave just powers him down, picks him up, drops him to the mat. And there's a tag to Mars. That was our original national champion. Of course, Hermes seems uninterested in wrestling the original national champion. Instead, immediately tags in Clint Cassidy. Mars, no stranger to the technical wrestling despite the size. Now going to tag back in Soul Tiger. The crowd goes crazy at that tag. They are very ready to see Soul Tiger go at it. Oh my God! And a tag to Death Panther. Of course, crowd is unhappy seeing Death Panther only fight with Soul Tiger when he has backup. Now that he's got the advantage, he's happy to go after him. And now a tag to Meiji. Soul Tiger says, you're going to deal with this guy, whether you like it or not. Meiji's got Death Panther right where he wants him in his corner, but only a 1 count on that early cover attempt.
10 minutes down.
Touches the neck. Into a German. But only a 2. Now Death Panther tagging to Trent. And once again, the crowd hates to see him run away. He might call it strategy, but I call it running. Ooh, nice. Catches the arm in an arm lock here. Stiff punches to the top of the dome. And now a tag to Hermes. Hermes also has a little bit of history with Meiji. But what we might see here is Hermes and the original national champion go at it. as Mars lifts him up and drops him down. Oh my God, ow, ow, ow. Oh, those hurt me. I don't know how Hermes got right back into the fight and taking all those punches to the side of the head. He's got the Hoss of Payne locked in, but he can't hold it for more than a moment. Mars just able to tough his way through it. Now Hermes up top, drops the leg. Ducks under the punch, but Mars catches him, and it's a tag on both sides. But Cassidy brought into the fold. You would argue him as the powerhouse for the Paradise. He's their biggest, tallest member, which honestly puts him at quite a bit of a disadvantage against the team of Meiji, M.E.A.T, and Soul Tiger. But if there's anything Kevin's good at, it's finding a way out of a disadvantageous situation. There's the Bulldog choke from Clint Cassidy, but it's not enough to take Suave down. Suave hits a beautiful lariat into a pile driver. He's planning to take Clint down right here. But Clint slips away, tagged to Trent. Now the two of them, Suave and Trent, exchanging punches. Poke to the eyes, rake of the face. Dirty tactics from Trent Taylor. Suave tags to Meiji Kaito. Trent trying to fight his way free. Showing some success there. Goes up top. Oh, went for the elbow drop, but Kaito had it scouted. The back elbow from Trent. One thing I've always wondered, is that mask regulation? Is he allowed to wear that? It looks hard. Oh. Trent's laying in the punches. The light tube that Hermes brought into the match earlier comes into play finally. And as Kaito went for that Northern Light suplex, he got caught in a headlock by Trent. Now Kaito tags Soul Tiger in. He needs the break after the damage he just took. Oh my God, DDT from Kaito! Oh, but Trent always able to power through these moments and find his opportunity to retake the momentum. And a neck breaker. Soul Tiger having a rough first showing. Decapitator. Now chaos is starting to break loose, but notably Death Panther not involving himself at all here. Soul Tiger for the cover. Death Panther gets involved when it's his man that might get pinned. Now Tiger tags in Suave Jackson. And on the flip side, it's Trent tags in Death Panther. And now they're teaming up against Suave. Suave hits a big DDT trying to find a quick break from the offense, but Death Panther's up first. Butterfly suplex. Gets broken up by Mars at the last second. We have once again entered a chaotic frenzy here. Suave lining up Death Panther, sets him in the center. He's aiming to put this to the end. And he hits the spear! Cover, but on the wrong side of the ring, unfortunately for Suave. And gee, this is impossible to call. There's so much happening right now. Death Panther has Suave quickly locked down in a headlock. Gets behind, elbow to the back of the head. Sends him to the corner. Suave trying to fight his way free here. But gets caught! Blink! Future bomb! And it seems that the cut play was largely out. Kaito tried to break it up, but got kicked down below for his trouble. Suave Jackson takes the pin as the Paradise claim the victory. First up, she got this opportunity by taking down La Sombra Altisima in a #1 contendership match. Now comes Queen Chaos, Daya, Keaton. She is going after the new Women's World Champion who won the belt at Winter Drift just 1 month ago, Hikari Muramasa, who has yet to defend the belt as well. This will be her first title defense, which they say is a defining moment for a champion. If you can't make it through your first title defense, then you were no real champion at all. But given the journey she had to go on and the woman she had to defeat to put this belt around her waist, I've got to say it, I don't see Hikari coming out with anything but a W here tonight. And that's not really looking good for the whole we don't want the Paradise to win situation. However, if there's anybody who can make her a zero defense title champion, it's Daichi. She is not called Queen Chaos for nothing. And we're gonna hopefully see some of that in this match. This is only her third ever title opportunity in her career here at SOW. Will it be the third time that is the charm? Will she be our fourth SOW Women's World Champion? Or will Hikari solidify her reign with a title defense here tonight? Daya shoving Hikari into the corner. Catches the arm. Into a crucifix pin, but Daya only allows a 1 before she kicks out. She's calling for all the punishment Hikari can give. Quick takedown from Hikari. If Daya is going to win this match, it's going to require a bit more than her usual strategy. We're going to have to see that fire that she had back in her first days on the SOW roster. We're going to have to see Daya come through and start throwing out all the power she can into Hikari. Cannonballs, power bombs, swing bombs, pile drivers, whatever she's got to give, you gotta give it here if you want to take that belt home. Daya tossing Hikari into the ropes. Manhattan drop, comes off the ropes herself, goes for a big shoulder tackle, but can't hit it as Hikari slips out of the way. Now Hikari's aiming at the arm. We know that that is her main target in her wrestling, I should say, is going for the arm, trying to make the opponent tap with that eclipse submission hold. Honestly, it's kind of crazy when you think about it. The Paradise is full of submission wrestlers, huh? Hermes added a submission, a couple of new submissions after joining the group. Byron obviously chokes people out. Hikari has a submission as her main finish, and then even Lilith utilizes Drag Me Into Hell as a submission. I mean, even Death Panther isn't really a submission wrestler, but he does have the shock fracture. I guess it's really only Clint Cassidy and Trent Taylor who don't utilize submissions to a hefty degree. Daya's really delayed in punishment here. But Hikari is able to get back in the advantage spot every single time. Daya and Hikari have faced each other a couple of times in the past at this point, but so far, Hikari's kind of been almost unstoppable in SOW since the new season began. Even prior to the new season, the only women who had been able to defeat her here were Bia Quinn and Kimura Aiko, both of whom she has since defeated. Aiko, she's defeated twice. She's the only woman to have defeated Inigo twice, in fact. At least ever since the start of season 2. A year ago. Over it. Also, even before that, I'm trying to think, and I don't think anybody ever beat Aiko 2 times in season 1. Scoop suplex. What would you call that, a scooplex? Back flip sunset, flip kick into a drop kick. Hikari. One thing that's been bothering me is I don't quite understand why she joined Paradise. I guess we don't really understand that for every single member of Paradise, other than Byron, who spelled out his exact reason. Maybe it's something we'll have to find out later. We can surmise some of the reasons, like Clint wanted gold, Trent wanted to fight, and the Paradise promised him fights! Huge clothesline in the corner! Daya feeling herself! Kevin Daniels clearly wanted the power that comes by being in a dominant faction. I don't have any idea what Lilith wanted. And Hikari, as well as, I guess, Hermes, he could surmise is looking for an opportunity to make it back to the top, but you would think he'd be in contention with that, not ally. We'll just have to see how his national title reign goes, especially when he has potentially 2 opponents lined up. Hikari looking to fly, and oh my god! Over the ref's head, some incredible air. I mean, joined with the Paradise or not, you gotta say Hikari is an entertaining wrestler. And Daya, no stranger to entertainment herself. Though shockingly, neither one of them went for any weapons out there. I would have expected to see some glass panes coming out with Daya on the outside. Maybe she wants to win this the proper way. Series of Cyclone whips Daya back to her feet. And Hikari, quick to catch her with elbows, sends her into the other corner and starts smashing the head against it. Kicks the legs out. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my god! Dinged her head right off the post. That is going to hurt. Her ears have to be ringing. The only reason she's even on her feet right now is because she is Daya Keaton. I'm just going to say it. Nobody else would be getting up after that. Not that fast. Count up to 8. This isn't how you win the title. And Hikari back in the ring at 9. Spanish Fly. Already 20 minutes into this match. Jeez. It has not felt like 20 minutes. I'm not going to lie to you. And Daya's still calling for more, but just boots Hikari down, and the lariat! Dark Discus lariat! But no! Oh man, I got excited. I thought it was over. Arm breaker from Hikari. Daya back to her feet. Spine buster! It's been so long since we've seen a Dark Discus lariat that beautiful from Daya. Landed as clean as possible right into the cover. No games, no hesitation. She went for another lariat there to try to counter, but Hikari was able to dodge and land a super kick. And you can hear the crowd is loving this match. Fight forever chants ringing out as these two go at full strength at each other. Jesus, stomping her head in. And now, going after the arm herself, Hikari grabs the ropes. Daya tries to slip free, but Hikari keeps the hold, half and half suplex. Now it's Daya getting the ropes. Ooh. And that was, oh, another half and half. This time she lets it go, doesn't go for the bridge. But Daya's the one who catches her on the offshoot of that. Hits the Death Valley Driver, goes for the cover, can only get a 2. And now, another swing bomb. Quick to follow with a combination of blows. But Hikari with the counter. Targeting the arm some more. You gotta keep an eye on the arm work of Hikari Muramasa. Oh, wait, running! Power slam, but Hikari back to her feet right away! Only to get caught with a scoop suplex. A scooplex! Dark! Discus lariat, but back to her feet again! Oh my God! Back elbow! Sends her to the center! Hikari lined up, stalking, rolling elbow, goes for the cover, pulls it all the way, but Daya kicks out! The big boot! Just kicking at the arms. Looking to tear them apart, but Daya catches her armbar of her own. Will Hikari tap? No. Now you see Daya's firing back with punches. And a third discus lariat. That's it. It's over. You can. Okay. I don't think we've seen anybody take 3 dark distance lariats like that and survive. If you're Daya now, you've got to be thinking it's time to bust out your biggest gun, spear. It's time to go for either the Chaos Driver or the Mad World Powerbomb. If she can land either one of those, I think we will see a new champion. She's in the driver's seat right now. But Hikari catches her, tosses her to the ropes. Daya manages to dodge. Hikari once again after those arms. Roll up in the center of the ring, but Daya able to get out. 30 minutes! Is she going to get it? Mad World! Center of the ring! That's the... Is this a sick joke? Big drop kick! Another one! Hikari, I guess I shouldn't have doubted her. She survived the glowing finale multiple times. I really should have had a little more respect on Hikari's name. I didn't realize she was built this tough. 2, but no. And Daya, there's only one move left. And she is landing it! Oh my God, Daya! This has gotta be it, right? No, but... I'm speechless. After this, I mean, That's the entire repertoire of the Queen. And the Eclipse! And Daya taps! What the hell? Oh, we are looking at another nightmare reign, I think. It is unbreakable Daichi Maita looking to claim victory over the SOW World Heavyweight Champion, Byron Mitchell. He is a very long-reigning champion in his own right. Currently sitting 460 days, 11 title defenses, WWSL Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. And the fans adore him. But will he have what it takes? Oh, God, this thing is chilling. All right. He is the leader of the Paradise. He calls himself the Devil. He is our 4th SOW World Heavyweight Champion, sitting on a reign of 119 days. He has defended the belt 2 times. This will be his 3rd title defense if successful. He is a former SOW World Tag Team Champion, a former SOW National Heavyweight Champion, and the only SOW Triple Crown winner. He is the SOW World Heavyweight Champion, Byron Mitchell. I have so much anticipation for this match. Maita, Daichi, and Byron Mitchell have come face to face once before, and in that match we found out that in at least one, or for at least one opponent, Maita in fact was not unbreakable, starting off with big guns. A German suplex from Maita and a half Nelson suplex from Byron. Maita shoves Byron into the corner. Maita wants to prove that loss was not to be repeated. And on top of it, claim the SOW World Heavyweight Championship back from the Paradise. They've got a crazy performance to follow. The women went over 30 minutes in their match. And of course, so far for Byron, this is a very big deal. Because tonight so far, the Paradise is undefeated. If Byron is unable to win this match and retain the title, the blow it will do to the faction as a whole, I mean, it would be incredible. Especially given Hermes is not yet at 6 defenses. He cannot immediately claim or cash in for a title shot. He would have to wait, likely until world record, and would be pressured to get as many defenses as he could in order to get there. It would put the Paradise in an awful situation, which is why I right here am saying, let's go Maita. Let's go Daichi. want to see the unbreakable DDT. And then the 1, 2, 3 to follow it up. Byron already going in with the chokes.
Give up.
Maita breaks free, but Byron not going to let up on the pressure just like that.
5 minutes gone.
5 minutes. Oh, nice sweep kick. Or I guess that was a high kick, honestly. High sweep kick. Sweeping high kick? What's up? Sends Byron into the corner. Big knee. Jumps off the top rope, face buster. Then lands a back elbow and a big punch. And now it's Byron's like, all right, you want to play in the corner? It's your turn. Here's some punches of my own. And then he sends him right over to the other corner. And now follows up, big clothesline. Back elbow from Daichi. Boot to the face. And another one. Sends him off the ropes. But Byron with the shoulder tackle. Doesn't take Daichi down, but he is enough to stop whatever he had planned there. However, Daichi back at it, high knee, flips over the ropes, comes off the top base buster. And just hammers Byron down. Sending Byron into the ropes, back elbow. And into the corner. Drops him down. And a nice rollover senton into the cover, but not even a 1. The ref got to position, but couldn't even start the count before Byron was kicking out. Byron with a takedown. Throwing some punches, but Daichi able to toss him away. Measures the knee drop. Short punches from Byron.
10 minutes gone.
This is the brawler versus brawler, essentially. That's that both of them follow the same kind of bruiser brawler style. Byron comes up to the corner. And now using the rope to choke Daichi out. And there's the Devil's Clutch already. But it's not going to be enough here. Oh wait, he's not done! Once again, now it's the Devil's Due, but Daichi gets the ropes. Byron trying to end this match early. He does not want to go nearly as long as Hikari just had to. He wanted this wrapped up and done by 5. Big punch. And now it's dropping the head of Daichi into the mat over and over again. Oh my God, card stomp! Half Nelson slam, but Daichi back to his feet. Unbreakable indeed. There's a snapmare driver from the Devil. Gets behind, half Nelson suplex. And again, another half Nelson. Kicks the head, goes for the cover, but Daichi grabs the ropes again. Daichi with a big lariat to the back of the head. Seems like he's looking to wear Byron down a little bit here. Scoop slam. Daichi's starting to take back the momentum, take back the control of the match. Shoulder tackle, but it was blocked. And again. And once again, the crowd is feeling it. You can hear their roars as this match continues. Another rollover senton from Daichi. Big punch. Catches the arm. Machine suplex. Or hammerlock suplex, you might say. Oh, wait a minute! Drops the knee. And Daichi's not done. Wheelbarrow suplex. Big elbow, goes for the cover, gets a 2. But Daichi's been in control for the latter portion of this match. It's very odd to see Byron so heavily on the back foot. 2 count kick out from the champ. And now they're going blow for blow. The big boot versus the kicks to the chest. Gunman giddy. But a massive kick from Byron in return. Big boot into a senton. Byron might have just gotten the break he needed from that exchange. Oh, wait! Argentine neckbreaker! Byron's up first, but Daichi follows very shortly after. And now, death penalty! Goes for the cover. 1, 2, no! And an arm suplex into a heavy elevated grab. And now, another Argentine. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, no. Snapmare driver. Oh, ran him down. Did not let him get what he was looking for. And the fist drop that Byron added to his repertoire after making the change in attitude that has led him to this point. Big brain buster! Goes for the cover. 1, 2, no! Daichi is still in this, still unbroken. And the champ is starting to feel the after effects of all the offense he suffered. Daichi with the cover from the Argentine, but no, just a 2. Off the ropes. Spin back kick. Goes for the cover. Ropes are right there, though. Yeah, Daichi grabs them. Byron almost getting a little desperate with these covers, hoping his opponent's just knocked out. Series of reversals in the corner. And now another exchange. Blow for blow. Gunman Gary from Byron this time. Both men down though. Fighting for control. Short brainbuster from Byron again. Daichi manages to get to his feet first, but Byron able to get the advantage because Daichi was still stunned. Fourth time Argentine neckbreaker. And again, goes for the cover. Daichi's being very cautious of utilizing the unbreakable DDT, but there it is! I think he finally found the right moment. Goes for the cover. Could this be it? No! He landed it flush, but it wasn't enough to secure the three as Byron hits a moonsault. What the hell? I don't think I've ever seen him do that before. Byron slides behind, sleeper hold applied. He's not done, wait, B.M.D.T. Goes for the cover immediately, 1, 2, and he gets it! A DDT for a DDT. Byron Mitchell retains. And a show of respect here at the end of the match.